Alright, so today we are back in Tiny Town once again, and thank you guys for all the love and support on our last build where we actually put Godzilla in our world and it is attacking a beach and things are not going well. So we will be doing a part 2 to this build, probably over there, but today I've got a bit of a plan here. So I've got a gun, and this thing is a portal gun. So what I'm thinking here is that we bring back the portals that we used to use in our old series with a bit of a twist. So I think we're going to be doing a police chase, and where I'm going to position this, I'm going to start the city behind this area here. So I'm going to have a big interstate that's like elevated, and there's going to be a chase going on, and one of the robbers got a hold of the portal gun, and I'm actually going to be ejecting the other side of the bridge out into the middle of the water. So I've got kind of like a twofer build that I think is going to be rather cool. So I'm going to go ahead and add some water over here. By the way, you guys can hit the thumbs up button for more Tiny Town. Also, still going over all the suggestions from the last episode. The point in time where I'm recording this one, I might not have gotten through everything and through all the emails. So we'll be doing viewer requested items here really soon. So yeah, I'm thinking downtown's going to be over here. I'm not going to put down too many roads yet until I actually need them. But I have an elevated interstate, or maybe some of these bridges that I'm going to need to use. Look at that burger. Speaking of burgers, quick sellout moment. My plushie from U2's has less than a week to go before they are gone for good. So if you want to get one, it's linked down in the description. It's really awesome. Probably the coolest thing I've ever done merch-wise. So yeah, there's that. Oh my goodness, I have some really cool highway pieces. I even have a highway interchange. Oh, wow. Yo, that's pretty sick looking, actually. I feel like we maybe could use this in a later build. I want the pieces off this, though. That's what we're going to be messing with here. So I think, let's see, let's make sure the scaling is right. Okay, it is to scale with the roads in our city. So we're going to place some of these like this. That looks pretty good. Place a couple along the back side. So what's going to be happening, which we can already set up like the big portion of the scene. It's going to come down to the fine details today. Also, I really want to use this biplane. Hey, you know what? I got an idea. Maybe the person shooting the portal gun is actually up in the sky, and then the police chase is going to be going on down here. So real quick, I'm going to put a broken piece here. I know it doesn't match up exactly with the lines on the road, but I'm going to actually cover it up with some explosions and stuff. But that's going to be the part that's getting eaten up by the portal. And we're going to call this more, maybe we'll call it more of a black hole portal, because that makes a little bit more sense as to it like actually destroying the objects and spitting them out the other side. So definitely going to need one of these explosion pieces. I think this will look good kind of under it here. So we'll stick that there. Let's get our portal back out. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna need to be big, so I'm thinking about the size of the highway. So they open it up right here. You've got the explosion going on kind of under. Let's put it a little bit closer, something like this. And yeah, the cars are gonna get sucked up there, so we could stick our plane close by. And then we gotta put a evil scientist in there. Something's gotta be in there. Like, who else can use a portal gun? Well, to be fair, once you think about it, probably anybody can use it. So since they're kind of an evil gang, I think using the characters from the military and the zombie pack would probably be best. Do any of these look like a mad scientist? Not gonna lie, this dude here looks a little devious, so we're gonna have him doing that. Let's put him in an action pose to where he looks like he's pointing, and then let's stick him up in the plane here. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, where's my big portal gun? Where did you go? You know, just to make this more ridiculous, I'm gonna have somebody holding on to his wing while firing down at the police here. So maybe somewhere, oh, Hans, maybe not put him in the line of fire. Maybe somewhere right there. I mean, to be fair, he's already shot the portal off. Okay, we're gonna place that in his hand here. Gave the guy also hanging from the helicopter a revolver. It looks pretty cool. Okay, so you can see that they've opened that up there. Now we get to use some of my new police cars and vehicles that I've downloaded from the workshop. We've got some seriously cool stuff. I don't know if the scaling's 100% right on them. I'm gonna have to scale them with other cars that we have. But check this out. I have wrecked. Actually, these look pretty good. Hold on, let me get a Tiny Town car out. Yo, the scaling's pretty cool. I mean, they're a little more detailed, so, I mean, you're gonna have a little discrepancy there. But if you stick these here, these cop cars that are getting destroyed look absolutely perfect for the scene that we're creating here. Which, by the way, the nostalgia comments from people remembering the first series, not gonna lie, it was like one of the coolest things ever. See, Camodo's got some lifelong fans. All right, so we got this. This car is kind of smushed, so maybe we'll have it flipped over, something like that. And then I know I've got more. It probably got some civilian traffic. Let's get this car. This car's flying up into, getting sucked into the portal there. And then we got some like civilian cars. Man, I wish all the cars in Tiny Town had interiors like this. Like, look at the detail on these models. That's perfect. Like, there's so many times where I have cars, or I should say people hanging out of cars, and it always looked a little funny, but oh, that looks so good. So yeah, that's the initial push of cars getting sucked in. So and let me show you guys what I was thinking, because there's might be some people that are confused by what I'm doing here. So in this way is where the cops are getting sucked into the portal, or I guess you could say black hole. They're actually getting shot out into the sea here, probably behind Godzilla. So we're gonna put some cars coming out this way, and maybe we even have to add the explosion effect. But yeah, I want to have these all like shooting out this side for dramatic effect. Maybe have a couple splashing down in the water here. And then I wonder if I stick the explosion behind this portal, would it look good? Like it make it look like the fire is shooting out of it. So say if I were to twist this and then we go up like this, I might need to move the portal back a little bit. Here, let's move some of the cars actually. Not gonna lie. That actually is a nice effect. I'll add some people to that. I just wanted to have the exit point for said portal. So we've got it on both sides. So what I need to do, I actually need to expand the ground on this side. So let's go ahead and do this. This will be like the other side. We're going to have some like grass, hills. Like there's going to be a city eventually wrapped around this whole area. Like we're gonna have skyscrapers. We'll eventually get around to it. It's gonna take several episodes. Right now I'm gonna try to do these about once a week, but as of recording this, I do have a convention we're going to in Philadelphia, which if you're in the Philly area, it's called Too Many Games. We will be there on the Sunday for sure, and we'll be signing stuff. Me, Obi, and Spy. I know I've already announced it once on the channel, but sometimes people miss the community post, so I figured let's go ahead and say something else here about it. There we go. So I've created the other side of the bridge. You can see it collapsing down. We'll probably have some civilian cars, maybe even a couple of cop cars that hadn't quite made it to the portal or the black hole. So they'll be on this side. So we'll probably go to town here. Let's go ahead and turn our snapping back on, and we're going to place some people out here. So yeah, we'll just place some of the default cars along this road, just for added effect. Make it look like it was nice and busy. There we go, it looks pretty good there. So alright, we got our bridge set up. I'll probably eventually turn the highway. I've got a turn that we can use. I don't know if I have an off-ramp, because I think eventually once you get some buildings around here, it would be kind of cool to have an off-ramp or two. I think this over here will probably be a continuation of the industrial area. I don't want to block the view of the sea too quick. By the way, I screwed up on some of the water over there. You guys might notice a little clipping. I will fix that here in just a bit. So yeah, realistically, probably just going to add like another warehouse over here, maybe a little bit more fencing, and you know, maybe even like a big parking lot or something. Feels like it would fit. Maybe I should go grab one of those parking lots from the last build. There we go. That way it doesn't look completely empty under here. We can always go back in and do some more. So now, here's the question. What are they running from? I'm assuming they robbed something. Maybe we'll come up with a little bit more crazy backstory, but I've got some cars that I want to use, and we're still going to have an epic chase happening on this section of the highway. So when I said I had some cool cars, we have some cool cars. I mean, probably, that's like the dream car. The Porsche 911, we'll have a couple of those racing up. They need kind of an enforcer vehicle, I would think. Maybe something a little bit more heavy duty. You know, honestly, we could have one of their vehicles. Maybe they have one like this. We could put like a ram plow on it, and it could be like clearing out some of the traffic, aka the cop cars. Honestly, I think we should put a roadblock down here too. So say like the cops got ahead. Man, I gotta start using these cops for all of them in the city now, because we have some like plain looking ones where they're just like driving around like this. So now we can have interiors for all of our cop cars, and it's going to be amazing. The only thing is, it's a little weird. They set it a little bit off the ground for some reason. I'm not really sure. It's like the collision box is set a little high, but is no problem because I can just manually move these things down. These will be the main cars where they're trying to get away. Like they are just speeding along. We got our roadblock down here. I know I've got some police barriers. I don't think I have spike strips. Spike strips would be kind of cool, but you got to do what you got to do here. So you know what? Police barriers. Go and turn our snapping back on. It's as if these are really going to stop anything. You know, maybe they're just morally there for dramatic effect. You know what it is? It actually isn't those cars. It's this bridge. You can't set stuff directly down on it. So I'm going to have to manually put these down. So it's actually not an issue with the cars. It's the collision on the bridge itself, which easily can be fixed. There we go. Got some barriers here. Probably want to get some police officers. Do I have a SWAT? I think I saw a SWAT truck. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Let's get a SWAT truck. I need to add a little bit more to this bridge. Actually, let's go ahead and just put that turn on here like I talked about. Does this turn make sense? Oh, yeah, so it changes to solid white lines on the turn. That way people don't pass each other. Now here comes the fun job of actually lining this one up. It's going to take a little bit. You might notice a little line through it. It's probably going to take several attempts. I just want it here, that way I know where my reference point is. So yeah, we could set our SWAT van down on here. Maybe, yeah, we'll probably stick the officers here. That looks like it's straight out of an action movie there. Probably need to have some news choppers up here. You know what's funny is there's still probably a lot of people confused by like, wait, what is this series? Are you just setting up scenes? Yes, if you need a refresher, just go check out the old series. Okay, let's get ourselves some mighty fine officers here. All right, looks good. They're gonna be pointing guns here behind the police cars, opening fire on the cars coming this way. Probably gonna have one just running for his life because he knows what's up. He knows what's coming. Like, why even be here at this moment? All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna put these others in some poses here. And then we should be good to set these up. It's gonna look pretty amazing. Okay, done some adjustments to the scene. As you can see, all the police officers now have weapons. They're drawn. The one guy's running back. There's a couple of civilians running away from the scene. Probably gonna add a couple more civilian cars between the police barrier and the police chase happening. But this is gonna be definitely one of the cars that the enemies have, so we're coming up with something with these. If you guys have a backstory for what they're doing, comment down below. But I was thinking it'd be cool to modify some of the vehicles with like spikes and stuff. Say like the Enforcer vehicle. Like that buddy's gonna be going through some cars. Also, not gonna lie, these luchadors, these look awesome. Like I kind of want to add them. Like I think it's just gonna be a cast of characters, just a bunch of like random styles of people. But you know what? This guy's going to be driving. So yeah, this is a cool thing this model gives me the opportunity to do. I mean, his hat is like massive, so he's still going to have to probably hang out the vehicle, but it actually looks like he's in it. He's got to position him. I'm going to move his one hand a little bit. That does not look bad at all. Like he's just hanging out. Man, I like that. All right, we need to put some people in the others. Maybe opening fire. You know, he's probably got somebody hanging out the side or maybe even on the roof. Alright, so check this out. We put some people, like, standing on top of this. I still need to have a couple more wrecked cars over here. But, yeah, they've all got weapons. This guy's getting knocked off. You know, I've got a new unique effect. And it's something I never really used in Tiny Town. I never actually experimented with, like, I guess you could say blood and splatter effects. I mean, the objective isn't to make it, like, overly violent and over the top. But you know what? I want to experiment with it here. Because, yeah, I've got this little piece here, and what if this guy was actually getting hit? Honestly, it kind of looks cool. I'm going to leave that. I kind of like that. So, I was thinking, whatever they're stealing, you know, it could be in the back of one of these vehicles. It would make sense, maybe the, hold on, we're going to set this one up a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, maybe this person in here has, like, a suitcase or something in here that they've stolen. Maybe it's a new weapon. Maybe it's a couple things, like maybe this portal gun. This looks pretty cool. It looks a little big. Yo, it could be this little bomb thing. Maybe this is something they stole. Maybe there's something more to this. Hold on, let me shrink that down, and we're gonna stick that down in the car. Honestly, it's little details like that that really add to the builds. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple like smashed cars on here, like they got hit out of the way from the others. Oh, this looks cool. Let's get this truck. Let's flip this one over and put it against the barrier there. There we go. Might put somebody climbing out of that one. There we go. So we'll stick that guy under there. All right, zoom back out. What does this look like so far? Honestly, I'm loving it. It looks really cool. And the whole fact it's kind of a two-part build here that we got going. By the way, we all know we can't forget everybody's favorite character, Miss Oblivious Grandma. And you know what she loves to do in her pastime? Highway watch. You know, some people do people watching. Some people like to watch cars. And you know what? Grandma likes to do that while having, you guessed it, tacos. She's got dual tacos, you know, because it's not even Taco Tuesday, but every day is Taco Tuesday for Grandma. And we'll set her a little taco right there. There we go. Grandma's just watching, you know, completely oblivious to what's happening. By the way, I have one more police car I want to use, and I think I even pointed it out last episode. Let's go ahead and grab it here. This thing, it's a Corvette. Now, it doesn't have windows that you can see in, But, I mean, it is too cool not to put in the background of this scene, like it's racing down, like maybe it's like an interceptor or something. So yeah, here's a view of that. We probably should put a couple people flying through the portal too. Maybe some of the officers that were in the cars. So like he's getting sucked out of his car. We could put maybe a random person over here too. Yeah, like they're flying up. Just give it a little bit more dramatic looking effect there. So yeah, if you're looking long ways, this is what the scene looks like currently. So you've got that. We'll kind of zoom down here. You can see the squad cars, people getting sucked up, bridges exploding. I need to find a way to kind of cover the bottoms of these bridges. I probably have a piece or two I can set in there because they don't really have like a bottom piece. But yeah, you have all the cars that are on the other side of this bridge. So real quick, let me go ahead, before I fix that ocean piece out there, let me go ahead and add some ground to this side. And kind of show you guys where some buildings and stuff are going to be. You probably have to put a road down here too somewhere. Maybe on the next area. So something like this, just run a road up. I'll probably have to add intersections to it, but right now I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. And then I want to kind of start the city over here, so I want to make it look like we got big skyscrapers and stuff, kind of just alongside the road. Probably won't go into fine details with these yet. We'll kind of start doing the bottoms of those later. Just want to show you guys like a representation of like where the city's going to be. And how it would look to have skyscrapers on the sides of this highway. Yeah, there you go. That looks cool. Kind of gives you an idea of how the city's going to expand this way. Still need to fit in or fill in this slot beside the Formula 1 track. By the way, I need to fix this before this bugs the ever-living snot out of me. So I'm going to get rid of these. I don't know how this got off, but yeah, this whole little section that I added on earlier is completely up from the rest of the ocean. Okay, this side of the portal, fix the ocean here. You can see where the start of it is, way over there. We're kind of behind Godzilla, behind the flood escape area. And yeah, let's go ahead and add some people falling through this side. So we'll add like another officer coming out. Yeah, that would be honestly extremely terrifying. All right, let's add maybe a lady falling down here too. Maybe she could be in her car. There you go. How is that for terrifying? All right, so she's in there. We'll have a car splashing down in here. Probably add a little bit of a bubble effect, kind of like somewhat of a splash here. Which I'm still looking for good splash models. If you guys have any, like water splashes that are similar colors to the Tiny Town ones, that would be much appreciated. I'll have to probably do some searching myself too to see if I can find anything. There we go. So we have that car splash down here. You might as well stick a boat out here too. I wonder how confused the person on the boat would be. Like, you've already had Godzilla pass by you, and then there's a freaking portal right up ahead, or right up above you. So yeah, you got this guy just aboard this ship, looking up, seeing that happen. That's pretty cool. Probably should add a couple buoys and stuff out here. We got to make this look as alive as possible. I was thinking about doing like a sinking. A lot of people want to see a sinking ship survival out here somewhere, and I thought about using the cruise ship, so maybe we'll do that soon, but... this is looking good. Kind of give you guys an overview of the whole thing here. Let's go back up. There we go. Yeah, there's some areas to fill in, but it's starting to get big. It's not nearly as big as my old city, which, by the way, people always ask, where's the old city at? Well, it's dead. It was a save that, I don't know why I didn't back it up, and it was on a very old computer, and the whole thing just went kapooey, and same with the hard drive. I don't even know why it was gone, but... still, well, we're making do here. We've got a pretty cool scene. So if you guys have any ideas for future episodes, comment down below, and we will see you guys next time on Tiny Town VR.